So I never heard you speak on this. So during the Straight Outta Cashville, because I did a documentary on the G Unit chain situation,
Yeah,
and Spider Loke saw it, and he had his perspective. I put everybody's perspective. D-Tay, Spider Loke, who else spoke on it? JoJo,
yeah. Shout out to
yeah.
JoJo,
So
Chicago JoJo, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
So
solid name.
I had like all their perspectives. I was like, man, I can't find anything with Bucks speaking on it. I didn't hear nothing.
I ain't never spoke on it.
Yeah. So I saw a Smack DVD where briefly spoke on it, but it was like nothing like information. So what? Can you speak on your side of what happened? Like how did I know with D-Tay, he ended up getting robbed outside of the club in
Facts,
Caprini Greens.
facts.
And then after that, where did this change? They're saying a story like you're trying to go through Chicago
It's
and
true.
meet, what's his name? Godfather?
I end up running into dude for sure. It
Yeah,
was one
so
of them.
tell me your side of how
Well,
things
you
went.
basically got it in a nutshell. It's like it happened. People thought I got robbed for the chain. It wasn't me. It was D-Tay, the D-Tay dude, and he basically ran out there, pulled up in front of a spot, and he, I guess, was flashing the chain type thing, and they showed him, oh, all right, come on in, park right here, in front of some club. He got out. Supposedly they walked behind him, shot at the ground, and took it off his neck type. It's a story I was told, but once it happened, he came, brought this situation to me, back to me. Yeah, I was in a hotel in Chicago. I was so mad, man. I just said, you know what, go on about your business, man, and end up, I think, sending him back to Nashville type. And I went to moving through Chicago, like, let me holler at a few individuals that I know, see if they can kind of like, you know what I mean, get any kind of eyes and hands, and because I ain't paying for shit that nobody took from me. I don't believe in that type. So it's just like, want to see if I can find out if any kind of respect was there to say, hey, man, that's my shit. You know what I mean? Let me get it back type shit. Which led me to JoJo and Godfather, because they was like, yo, you got to holler at this person. When I went to holler at, you know, Godfather, he was like, yo, I know what it said and how it went down, but the dude that wanted, you know what I'm saying, he wanted a piece of change, and I ended up telling him, hey, no, man, I can't pay for nothing nobody took. They was like, all right, bet type, you know what I mean? I ain't trying to play hero. I'm on these turfs, these bosses, they serious, they gangsters, they really, about they too. And I just appreciate a motherfucker at least giving me that much, because had I been a that was about paying for something, I probably could have handed that little piece of change that they wanted for it, and then it would have happened that way. But I didn't. And walked on off, got back in my Sprinter van, and went on about my business. Relayed the news to 50. He like, get up out of there type. Had to get up out of there. Uh, Once I got out of there, it was one of them situations where I was having to take the loss, because technically it was 50 and I had it on type. So, I was going to wear the responsibility of it, whether I had to pay for the motherfucker or whether I had to, go through whatever. I had it, even though it was taken from a motherfucker that was with me at the time. And so, went by, weeks went by, you know what I mean? And I had to pick 50 up one time at the airport. I'll say this much, you know what I mean? Individual walked past me, you know what I'm saying, and flashed me the chain, you know what I mean? They didn't speak no English. You did, you know. And I was with somebody, and that could verify a lot of it. I choose not to say no names and but uh, I'm at the same airport there to pick 50 up when they decide to say, here you go. You know what I mean? It was a couple weeks later, you know what I mean? And I go in the bathroom, I have a goddamn phone, you know what I'm saying? It was like, yo. And then my who had it didn't know English, but the person on the phone, they did, you know what I mean? They was like, man, we love you, we love you. The Mexicans love you. And I'm shocked, because now I got this chain and 50 about to land, so I'm finna have to tell this man, you know, how I got this chain back type. So I'm asking, you know what I'm saying, what should I say? And we don't care what you say. You can say whatever you choose to say. I'm like, because I want to make sure that shit didn't happen to somebody and to get this chain back. And they was like, no, no, no. And then I'll never forget, you know, it just, you know, when they were, how did you get it? Oh, it's simple. Just nothing comes to Chicago until the chain come back.
Damn.
And it came back so fast, you know what I'm saying?
That is crazy.
So when 50 landed, I basically walked up to 50 once he got in his bulletproof and jumped on the other side and was like, here, 50. And he looked at me and said, what you do, man? That was his first words. What you do, man? I can't make this shit up. You know what I mean? Some of my shit be so real, motherfucker, we try to make my shit like it ain't true. I ain't got time to lie on nobody about nothing. Niggas know my get up. But yeah, looked at me and said, man, what you do? I said, I ain't did nothing. He said, well, how did I say, man, listen, man, these folks brought this chain back, man, they on the phone, and 50 jumped on the phone, you know what I mean, and motherfucker, whoever he talked to or whatever it is, they just told him, you know what I'm saying, hey, man, you know, we got a lot of love for you, and, you know, the Mexicans, they love bucking and things like that, and he said, well, I want to meet you and see you. They said, fine, you just have to come down here, and that kind of killed the conversation, you did. And like I say, I ain't no hard individual like that, but I give so much respect because I don't go for no disrespect. They just make this look good on this camera, man. But the motherfucker ain't like I say, I ain't trying to disrespect nobody, so I don't really go through a lot of that bullshit. But you know, I'm a protector though. I'm gonna protect my life, you know what I mean, by any means cause, you know what I'm saying, and my children, my family, my loved ones. So, you know, that's how I get out. But that's the story. I never done spoke on this. That's the true story. You know what I mean? Shout out to my guy Nels, you know what I'm saying? But and somewhere down there, he may play the part somewhere in the middle of this. But that's how that chain came back, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I did my research and I was like, man, Buck, I can't find nothing on what Buck is saying about this. Everybody's got their side.
You got the biggest viralist goddamn moment it is right there, man. I'm about to cut this shit right there. Live on Diverse Mentality.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. Damn, that's crazy, bro. If you want to see this full interview without having to wait, you can join our YouTube memberships program for just $8 a month. You get the full interview, behind-the-scenes footage, and no ads. If you want more, you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/diverse mentality. And for $10 a month, you can not only get these full interviews immediately, but also get uncut and ad-free documentaries as well. The link is in the description for both.